Simple things, y'all. Simple things is what mindfulness is. So it's not some big, scary, spiritual thing. Hi there, and welcome to Breathe and Bloom, where we focus on all things growth, specifically what God is saying about how we can nourish all the areas of our life so we can flourish in them. Today, I'll be talking about mindfulness, what that is, the benefits of mindfulness, and whether that is something that Christians can do. This is the last video in a series on New Age practices, popular lifestyle practices, and whether those are permittable and beneficial for Christians to do. I talked about yoga as well as manifesting, and so wrapping that series up with this video on mindfulness meditation. Now, of course, if there is a popular topic that you are unsure about, whether it's okay for Christians to think about, do, what have you, let me know in the comment section below, and I will definitely pray about it and do some research about it, and very likely drop a video about it. Just let me know. Now, this video about mindfulness and mindfulness meditation and all of that is actually the first in a series that I'll be doing on meditation. Yes, I love series, okay? Leave me be. Now, let's just go ahead and jump in with what is mindfulness. It's what it sounds like. Mindfulness is just being mindful or fully aware or fully present in the moment or in whatever you're engaged in doing. And so that might look like while you're eating dinner that you are thinking about the food or the person you are having dinner with, or something to that extent. You're fully present and fully focused on the task or the interaction at hand. In contrast, someone who is not being mindful might be thinking about the fact that they need to replenish their groceries and making a mental grocery list. Now, an important note about what mindfulness is, because I know that a lot of times when Christians hear meditation, they think of a certain thing. So I want to say that mindfulness is not the emptying of your mind. It's also not the filling of your mind with anything. It's rather just taking note of what's on your mind or in your mind, and that leads you to be able to make a decision about what to deal with, how to deal with what's on your mind, right? Now, as far as the benefits of mindfulness, there's been a lot of research on mindfulness and mindfulness meditation, which we'll get to the meditation piece in a moment. Now, the benefits can be summarized as calm and clarity. People have experienced decreased stress, increased happiness, when they have engaged in these mindful lifestyle practices, as well as have reported or been shown to be better at regulating their emotions, to be better at focusing, more productive, so on and so forth. Now, an interesting piece, you might not know this, is I have a couple degrees in psychology, and I am currently enrolled in a PhD program in psychology, so I'm pretty versed in psychology research and theory and what have you, and I enjoy reading it and talking about it. So I'm gonna share a little piece before you run away. It'll be like 1 second, okay? Now, there's been lots of research that shows that mindful practices actually change the shape of your brain as well as changes the way different parts of your brain interact with each other. Sort of the connectivity is the phrase that researchers might use. So there's been quite a bit of neurological research showing that. An example of it is the part of the brain that controls fear and stress. I was gonna go in, but y'all don't need to know all this. It's called the amygdala. And research has shown that folk who do these mindful practices or live in a mindful way, their amygdala is reduced. So engaging in mindful practices reduces your amygdala, which controls fear and stress and some of those other negative, icky feelings, as I like to call them. So mindfulness is a skill that helps you be aware of, or quickly or habitually become aware of your emotions and your thoughts. And so it helps you to decide how to deal with your emotions and manage your emotions well as to do the same with your thoughts. And so you can see how that would be beneficial as far as becoming more focused, more productive, having better emotional hygiene. Okay. I might have coined that phrase if I did, remember. Copyright to Breathe and Bloom. Kidding. Okay. No, for a Christian, that might be recognizing how you feel or what you're thinking and then taking that to Jesus, right? Taking your burdens to the foot of the cross, and or going to therapy depending on what it is and what you need. We believe in therapy in this house. Amen? Amen. All right, so a couple scriptures came to mind when I was thinking about mindfulness meditation. One is be sober-minded, be vigilant, be watchful, be vigilant. Different translations say slightly different things, but it really is just, this verse is just saying be aware of what is going on. And like I said, mindfulness is being fully present in the moment, being aware of what is going on, right? So we can see there how becoming a more mindful person will aid your Christian walk, or be a really good complement, really good incorporation into your Christian practices. Another verse similar to this one says, take every thought captive. I'll put the full verses on the screen or where you can find them in the Bible. But again, if you're to take every thought captive, you've got to know what the thought is, right? And mindfulness is a skill or a tool in helping you become more aware. Another is take no thought for tomorrow, because tomorrow has its own worries, essentially. Again, being fully aware in the present, not focusing on the past or on the future. The other verse I want to highlight really quickly is whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, these are the things you should be thinking about. Same theme of all of this, of seeing where being a more mindful person will aid in all of these things. All right, so what is mindfulness meditation? It is a way to build this skill or sharpen the skill of mindfulness. It's a way to help you create habits and routines that will result in you being a mindful person, a person who just habitually is aware of what's going on. Now, there are quite a few different mindfulness techniques or different types of mindfulness meditation tools used in mindfulness. So I'll just list them really quickly and wrap this video up. I will be doing some guided mindfulness meditation on this channel, and so you'll be able to spot some of these techniques. One is focused attention, and that's what it sounds like. It's where you're directing your thoughts, you're directing your attention to a specific thing. The second is body scan. It's where you are just scanning your body to realize how you feel, to take note of how you feel. The third one is actually noting, which is why I paused, and that one I've used in my morning motivational series, so check that out if you haven't yet. It's what it sounds like. You're just being intentional about making a mental note of how you feel or what you've been thinking about, or patterns in your behavior, so on and so forth. The fourth one is loving kindness. An example of that might be thinking about God as a loving father sitting in the arms of Jesus, something of the sort. The fifth mindfulness technique is skillful compassion. So that might be you thinking about reflecting on how you can be compassionate towards others. The sixth one is visualization. Visualize yourself on a beach. Listen to the ocean crash and how relaxing it is. It's an example. Seventh is resting awareness. That is what we will be emphasizing in the first guided meditation, how to rest in God's presence and why that's important. And then finally, there is reflection. Think about your day. What are you grateful for? All right, so I hope that this video was enlightening, was informative, that you learned something, that you are excited about this series on meditation. I pray, as usual, that God blesses you with lots of peace, and that He blesses you with a lot of joy, and that He gives you a reminder, even this moment, of how much He loves you and how much more you can grow in your knowledge, in your understanding of the depth and breadth and awesomeness of His love. All right, y'all, take care.